Hey there, my name's Steve and I'm the head of community for Pinata, and today I'm going to show you how you can create generative art NFTs using Pinata and P5.js. Let's take a look. The first thing you're going to need is some kind of code text editor. You could use really anything like Sublime or VS Code. For this tutorial I'm going to use Replit just because it's really easy to use, it's all on the web, you don't have to download anything, and you get a nice side-by-side comparison of what you're working on and what it will look like in the end, and makes it easy to download files. So you can go to replit.com, create a free account, and once you've created an account, you can just go to this button right here, hit Create Repel, or select the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I'm going to call this My Wall Art, and just hit Create Repel. So the first thing you'll see is you got all of our stuff here. You can see Hello World there. You can make changes to it. Hello Steve. And if you hit Command S on Mac or Control S on Windows, you'll see it update on the right side here. So let's go ahead and just take out all of this extra boilerplate. The library we're going to use to create our code art is P5.js. You can go to their website, p5js.org, and we can just click on the Get Started button here, scroll down a little bit, and you'll see using a hosted version of the P5.js library. It's going to give you a script tag. We're just going to copy that, and then go back over to our Repel, and we'll just paste it into the body like this. And below that, we want to go ahead and create another script tag that looks like this. Now we can go ahead and start writing our code. So the first function we're going to write is just a setup function. It declares a canvas and creates it with 500 by 500 pixels. We're going to have a black background so we can see everything. And we're going to go ahead and put in a no stroke that will just take out any kind of outlines it might do on our shapes later. So just save that. If you look on the right side, we will see our black canvas. Now it's time to go ahead and make some circles. To create our circles, we're going to add another function called draw. And we're creating a few variables here. We're going to have our X and our Y, which is the placement of the circle on our canvas. We're going to do a random of the height and the width of our canvas. And we're also going to make the size of the circles anywhere from 10 to 50 pixels. We're going to give it a fill of white to 255. And then we're going to actually draw the circle, which is an ellipse, with a random position and a random size. So if we save that, you'll go ahead and see our white circles popping up on the right side here. Pretty cool. Now we're going to make a few other changes. We're going to actually add in some new colors. We're going to declare an array of 4 different colors, and we're going to take out our black background. We're going to just do the default white one that comes with, and everything's just about the same, but we're going to add in a random color picker. So for each color that it makes, it's going to pick a random color from this array, plug into the color and fill it, and then it's going to do that and have a bunch of random colors. So if we save that, you see here on the right side, we have all our different colors, which is pretty neat. Now this is not the exact final thing I want because it just goes and goes and goes, and it's taking up a lot of the canvas. I'd like it if it just did a whole thing of colors and then reset after maybe a few seconds. So that's what we're going to do next. So a couple of changes we're going to do. Inside of our draw function, we're going to draw a white background. That's going to do a couple things for us, as you'll see. And we're basically going to put our color or circle creation inside of a for loop, where basically we say, while this number is less than 50, keep creating circles. And so it's going to give us 50 circles. And we can change this to 100 or 80, whatever number of circles we want in our canvas. And we're also going to add in a frame rate. If you don't have the frame rate here, it's just going to be generating a bunch of stuff very quickly, and it's not going to look really good. And so I'll tell you what, let's even just change this to 80, hit save. And on the right side, you can see it's basically going to create a new canvas of circles each second. We can even change the frame rate to something like 5 to give us 5 canvases in 1 second, which is pretty cool look. I like it. Now we're going to add one little bonus function at the bottom here. And this is basically going to allow us to add interactivity to our canvas. Essentially, anytime you click on the canvas, it's going to save the image to your computer. P5.js has a lot of really cool interactivity. I highly recommend checking out what they have. You could do keyboard stuff, follow a mouse around, really nice. So basically we have this, so anytime we click on the canvas, it's going to save to our computer. Now I'd highly recommend iterating on this and finding new different things that you like to do with it, add some creativity to it. Let me go ahead and show you a quick example of what I did, which is creating a final version that has some really cool background stuff. So in this example here, I basically imported a background image and then very carefully placed the canvas inside of the picture frame so it looks like it's a moving piece of artwork inside a museum. Now that we have our artwork ready, we want to go ahead and download these files, get them up on Pinata so we can turn them into NFTs. So to do that, you click on the index.html tab here and click download, and it's going to download the file to your computer. Next thing you want to do is go to pinata.cloud. You can go to app.pinata.cloud. And to do this tutorial, you will need a Picnic account or higher. Once you sign in, you can go ahead and click on add files. We're going to go ahead and select our HTML file. And we can go ahead and give it a name, art, hit upload, and there we go. A couple things that you probably will want to upload as well for this NFT is maybe a screenshot of the artwork just as a image placeholder, and then we're going to create a metadata file which we'll upload in a minute. Alright, so I've got my HTML, I've got my image that's a placeholder. What we're going to do is go ahead and go back to Replit and create a JSON file. So it's really easy. On the left side here, we just click new file. We'll just call this metadata.json. And I'm going to go ahead and paste in a little bit of boilerplate that I have here. So what you're going to have here is the name of the NFT, the description, the website of who you are, maybe some information about the NFT, sort of pinata.cloud, as well as the image link and the animation link. Animation URL is basically going to be our HTML content. And to get that, let's go to Pinata and copy those links. I'll show you how it's done. All we have to do inside of Pinata to get those links is to click on this little preview button, and it's going to go ahead and give us our link. So we'll just copy that and put it into our JSON file. Once you have your JSON file ready to go, you just want to download it just like you did before. Click on the tab, click download, and then go ahead and upload that file to Pinata. Now it's time to actually mint the NFT. There are a lot of ways to mint an NFT, so you can choose whichever one you want. The key thing is that you want to hold on to the CID for that metadata.json file. That CID is the key to all the cool things about your NFT being tied to the token on the blockchain. So just keep that in mind and you'll see where we go with that. I'm going to basically use OpenZeppelin's website to do this. It's actually really simple. I can just go to the openzeppelin.com/contracts, and we're going to click ERC721. I'll call this my wall art and just add WMA, something like that. And then you can basically pick and choose what features you want to be part of your contract. So I'll make it mintable, auto increment, IDs, burnable, pausable, and maybe URI storage as well. That's all you really need, and you can kind of customize this. I highly recommend researching more of these features if you want this to go to mainnet. We're just going to be doing a testnet, so it'll be really simple. Once you have it all set up, you just click open in Remix. Once we're inside Remix, you're going to see all of the different code. Remix is essentially a smart contract online code editor. It's very cool. And all we have to do is just click this compile contract, and it's going to put together our contract. Once it's successfully compiled, you'll see there's a green check mark here. So now it's time to deploy. Once you click on this right here, which is deploy and run transactions right below the compilation here, you're basically going to go ahead and click on this environment, and we're going to select injected provider MetaMask. So I'm going to use my MetaMask wallet with my own testnet funds to deploy this contract. And so I've already connected my wallet. I have some testnet funds on Sepolia, and all I have to do is hit deploy. And that's going to pull up a window to approve the transaction. And it's going to be pending, and once it's completed, we will see it below as confirmed right here. You'll also see once it's confirmed that you'll have a listed contract here of my wall art. Now there's going to be two things you'll need to mint the NFT. You'll need the address or the wallet where you want the NFT to be sent to or minted to, and you'll need the string URI. You again, remember that is the CID of the metadata.json file. So first I'm going to go ahead and put in my address for my wallet. Paste it there. I'm going to put a comma. Now what I'm going to do next here is I'm going to do IPFS : / and now I'm going to paste in the CID for my metadata. So I'm just going to hit paste, and now I should be able to go ahead and click Safe Mint, pay the gas fees, and that is going to mint our NFT. Once it's confirmed, you can just go to testnets.opensea.io or something like that. Go to your account and connect your wallet that you minted the NFT to, and you should be able to see it. Let's go take a look at mine. And there we go. There's my NFT with my cool wall art. That about wraps it up for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any thoughts, comments, or questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. We can't wait to see what you'll make with Pinata.